Hey everybody, welcome to Gettin Blitzed.
Gettin Blitzed.
I am Danny.
I'm still Ben.
We got our resident Niners fan here. Glad to have him on. Finally, he's a fan of the show. Whoop, whoop. Why would he be a fan of this shitty show? I don't know.
He has terrible taste.
Long-time listener here.
Right. Levon Parker, everybody. Levon Parker is here.
Hello, hello.
And he's actually a real podcast. He used to do a podcast.
You did.
He's more experienced than us.
Yes.
Wait, no, because there's 5 episodes. Y'all have 7 in the books.
Oh, so we are the veterans. But
Yes.
Veterans over here.
I'm going to start things off here, do a little housekeeping. Curse of Gettin Blitzed / Ben Richmond is alive and well. It is healthy.
what is it? What is it this time?
Okay, we were coming back from band practice Monday night. So we missed about a quarter and a half of the Niners Rams game. And we looked at the score on the car ride home. It's 14-0 Rams. We're like, oh, shit, what the fuck?
Yeah, and to put it in context, I had picked the Rams to win that game.
Right.
Big mistake.
So Ben, what are some of the things you like to say that you did say about Austin Davis that night?
I didn't say much about Austin Davis.
You said you liked him. You said something about that kid's good.
Oh, on the drive back before
Yeah.
we watched the game? Yeah, no, I said he's been playing pretty good football. I said they almost came back in the last game against, I think, the Eagles. They've looked pretty decent. They always play their division tough. So, yeah, we're driving back. We look at the score, 14-0. I'm thinking, hell yeah, I nailed it. And Danny could tell the rest.
The curse lives on.
Literally, I think the first drive we watched was the one when the Niners when Kaepernick threw the 80-yard pass to Brandon Lloyd.
Yeah.
And it just was all downhill from there.
How does that happen?
Were you panicking in the first quarter and a half of that game? A little bit?
A little bit, because he's right, because Jeff Fisher seems to have our number.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. We've had the tie, and we had a loss to him.
Right.
And they're terrible, but
Yeah,
for
but
some reason they always...
They play really good in their division.
They
Really
do.
good in their
They
division.
really
They play
do.
the Seahawks tough. They play everyone tough in that division.
All right, let's do the news.
The news.
You guys hear that? You guys hear that?
The news.
No, not that. It's the sound of Geno Smith orgasming. That's the word.
Orgasm mean. You are a romantic, sir.
Percy Harvin to the New York.
Liam must love that in the bedroom. Orgasm me.
That was the best moment ever.
Percy Harvin to the Jets. Okay? Let me start out here. I know I let you talk most of the time, Ben, but no one likes you.
I agree.
What's wrong with this dude? He's awesome. He's at Minnesota. No, you're out of here. You're going to fucking Seahawks. He's going to the Seahawks. I know he's been injured most of the time, but when he's been in there, Super Bowl, beating the Broncos. Fuck you. He's been awesome. He had 3 plays in that one game that got called back where he was being awesome. But no, you're fucking out. What's wrong with this guy?
He wants out.
He wants out of everywhere he's at. He wants out.
From everything they're saying in Minnesota, we know that he was public about that. He didn't want
Right.
to be on that team. He gets traded to, and I thought he didn't want to be on that team because it was a shitty team, and he wants to win, right? So he goes to Seattle. He wins a fucking Super Bowl his first fucking year there, and they're still a good team, no question. They're still, a playoff team, I think, and he wants out of there. So what? Yeah, what is it? I don't know. I don't. It's very strange. I was shocked by that trade.
Everyone was.
I mean, he's not really... I mean, he's awesome, but he's never had a 1,000-yard season.
I'm not,
Right.
No, he's not an awesome receiver, pure receiver, but he's just a playmaker.
He's a big playmaker.
He's
Yeah.
one of, I agree, his stats don't back this up, and that means a lot. I agree. But as far as just talent-wise, he's got to be one of the top 15 most talented guys in the NFL, physically.
But
Yeah.
Tavon Austin is, too. But
That's
we're
fair.
not really
That's
talking
that's
my
a
boy.
That's a good point.
That's my
a very
boy.
good point. But without injuries, I think it was 2012. Harvin was great. He missed a lot of games, but he was on pace for over 1,000 yards. But yeah, I agree. It's not like they traded Calvin Johnson.
All right. Week 7 in the NFL. Nothing, well, a lot of things have gone the way people thought they would and never does. Let's look at one of my favorite writers from the NFL.com, Elliot Harrison. Let's look at his power rankings and let's discuss these rankings here.
And we do love Elliot Harrison here.
Right. Number 1, Broncos.
Boo.
Number 2,
No,
Chargers.
I agree with that. Yeah, I agree
Number
with that.
3, Eagles. Number 4, Cowboys.
Yep.
Number 5, Seahawks. Number 6, Packers. Number 7, Colts. Number 8, Cardinals. Number 9, your Niners. and 10 the Baltimore Ravens. None of these teams have more than 3 losses. The top 4 only have 1 loss.
Yeah.
Okay, what do we think here? Is this an accurate repetition?
Repetition. It is an accurate repetition.
Representation of the NFL? What's going on?
I agree. I think Broncos are number 1. I would agree with that.
Over the Chargers?
Yeah.
Chargers would play better than Broncos.
Yeah, but it's not. That's not what it's all about. It's not all about when you do power rankings. And I give credit to Elliot Harrison for this because people will complain to him and say, oh, they beat so and so. How are they ahead? At the end of the day, it's what do you think these teams are right now? And I think Broncos are the best team in the NFL.
Definitely the most complete. That's for sure.
Yeah. Defense is playing really well, and that offense is.
I'm not trying to piss you off, but are the Seahawks not a more complete team than the Broncos?
No.
We just discussed the receiving issue here.
Okay.
I mean, Percy Harvin's gone.
Yeah.
And then Doug Baldwin is your number 1 receiver.
Denver's got no linebackers.
I think that's an exaggeration. So they have no linebackers. They're a little banged up right now. What's the deal with Danny Trevathan?
He's going to be out till like late November.
Yeah, that's a shame. But look, they missed him the first couple games and they were okay.
They're okay.
Yeah,
but
I agree. Look,
they're number 1 in the power rankings.
Who is more complete, Broncos or Seahawks? I think Broncos because that
Okay.
offense is a lot better than the Seahawks offense.
All right.
And they got Ronnie Hillman, who is probably the best running back in the league.
All right. Well,
Whoa.
that's an inside joke for everybody. We'll probably cut that out.
Denver's got 21 reasons Aqib Talib too in the secondary. So.
Yeah, Akeem's good, man. I like him.
He's good.
2 Chargers, 3 Eagles. Okay, 2 Chargers, 3 Eagles. Okay, they're both 5-1. Number 4 Cowboys. I guess we can mix them up. Talk about all 3. What's going on?
Yeah.
here?
Eagles, I think, is the name that the team that sticks out to me as being ranked too high. I just think they have. So, I mean, you look at some of these games. In the Giants game, yeah, they look great, but even then, didn't Foles throw 2 picks? And I think the Eagles are going to come crashing down to earth at some point. I'm not saying they're a bad team, but they're not the 3rd best team in the NFL.
What? How do they play their games?
I have no.
What's the
fucking
consistent
idea.
way?
It's a weird thing where there are games where the offense completely sucks and somehow the special
Right.
teams scores 3 touchdowns, or games where the defense completely sucks and the offense steps up.
Right.
And that's good, but I think you can only do that for so long. There are going to be games where all 3 phases suck, and then what do?
Yeah. Can you rank a team that high for the rest of the season when your special teams is getting it done for you? I'm not saying special teams is not important, but a lot of these games, their special teams kept them in the fucking game.
Or fluky defensive plays, not stuff you can count on, because we know that's not a great defense.
Levon wants to say something.
I know right now, like, we're 1 year removed from NFC East being the NFC least. And I think we need to remember that. Because I know NFC South right now is terrible.
Yeah,
But-
maybe the worst division.
I
in the
know,
league.
but like
It's gone south,
we
if you
need
will.
not forget that
Funny.
that the NFC East, was terrible last year. So I mean, they're pounding on each other right now. Which I mean,
well,
No.
that's true,
they
but
played each other that much.
that's
I
true.
don't
No,
know.
the Eagles have. That's true. The Eagles
right,
have.
Right. Number 4 on the list, the Cowboys have pounded on the Seahawks.
0 divisional games for the Cowboys.
It's
Whereas you're right, the Eagles have played the Redskins, who they beat barely. And do we think the Redskins are a great team? I don't
No,
think
not
so.
at all.
And they barely
No.
beat them.
No.
And then the Giants, who that just screamed fluky game to me.
It's not November and December yet, though.
Oh,
All
gosh.
right,
And
all
you
right,
know what?
all right.
Listen, I've been saying for years that they need to go to this, DeMarco Murray averaging, and he's always
Yeah.
averaged.
But he can't be healthy. He's healthy now.
Right. But he's always averaged a high amount of
Yeah.
high amount of yards per
Yeah.
carry. And for
No.
some reason, they always tend to go
Bad.
back to
Yeah,
the
it was
past.
either Jason Garrett calling plays and he was terrible, or I can't even remember the guy
Romo audible
from
and
last
out
year.
Of it.
Oh, let's not blame Romo.
I'm not blaming him.
But no,
I'm
we're
not
not,
blaming
no.
him.
But I
don't
agree.
hate him
I
that
agree.
much.
They had a tendency to just abandon, even when they were up, they would abandon the run for no reason.
For no reason.
And this year, they're doing the exact opposite. They're sticking to it, and I
For
think that's
now.
great. Because look, I love Romo.
Why would it
Everyone-
change?
Huh?
Why would it change?
Why
what do you mean
would
for
they
now?
change? I've asked that for the last 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
I don't know why they would change.
Yeah, but it's working, and
It's working.
It's not just DeMarco Murray's great. I don't want this to come off as me denigrating DeMarco Murray or
If you-
downplaying what he's
If you
doing.
forget about his injuries,
But
look
that
at his
off- but-
body of work.
That offensive line
Yeah.
is really what's making the difference. I'm not hating on DeMarco Murray. I think he's great. I think he's a top 5 back in the NFL, no question. But that offensive line is really what's getting it done.
Right.
Danny,
And for the
Danny
passing
beat me
game,
to
too.
it by making the Emmitt Smith comparison earlier. That's exactly
I
what
did
it
it on
is.
Facebook.
Yeah.
The listeners
I
might
know, I
not know
saw
about that.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, and
that's
I
what's
think they're going
going
to
on.
have to scale DeMarco back because you can't. He's on pace to set the record for most carries for running back in the history of the league, and this is a guy that's had a lot of injury problems. He can't do that.
Right.
So put Joseph Randall in there. He'll steal a few yards, I'm sure. Cricket, Jonathan laughed. It counts.
Yeah. You get it? Everyone get that one? Okay.
Yeah, but
Nice.
give DeMarco about 18 to 20 carries a game. I think. I don't think you can keep giving him 25, 29, 30.
That's not how
It's
they're
too
winning.
much.
They don't win by 18-20. They're winning by the 25 carries.
Yeah,
30
but are you
carries.
telling me that putting Joseph Randall in a little bit more would really hurt them? He
I
looked
don't
good when he gets carries. He
I
looks
don't know.
good.
I don't know.
And their defense isn't good.
Let's move on here.
They're playing like they're a good
I know they
defense.
are,
Though.
but
I agree with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do a whole segment on how overachieving the defense of the Dallas is. Let's move on. Seahawks, Packers, Colts, 5, 6, and 7. What's going? I mean, I don't know. They lost 2 games. Packers, they're not looking so good. Colts, they're doing the thing. Is all this lining up?
I think Seahawks will get back on track.
Levon, give us your opinion of the Seahawks.
He's a Niners fan.
I'm a Niners fan.
Like-
I'll preface it by saying that, but I will say, and I've said this from the beginning, that they're just not the complete team that everybody makes them out to be. The offense Russell Wilson is amazing. And he's kind of like the Emmitt Smith of the Cowboys back in the day. I actually kind of like Russell Wilson.
Yeah,
And
despite
shit!
no, I like that.
Oh,
I respect that. Yeah,
like I liked Emmitt Smith back in the day with the Cowboys.
yeah.
Okay, in the mix here, there's Colts, Cardinals, Tandem. Is number 9 Niners at 4 and 2? You got any objections to that?
No, not at the moment.
You got the Cardinals ahead of you, Colts ahead of you, Packers, Seahawks, Cowboys, Eagles, Chargers, Broncos, all ahead of you. Are you in agreement?
At the moment, yes.
Agreement.
Okay.
Agreement is.
Agreement is a word.
It's not a word.
Well, if you write it down,
I mean,
it's
okay,
a word.
number 9, that's... I don't know if I can agree with that. Even
Well,
though
I'm just saying
I
the
don't know.
teams that they got above you: Cardinals, Colts, Packers, Seahawks.
I'd probably
Cowboys.
take every AFC team out of that equation.
Oh,
What's up with your AFC?
Besides maybe Chargers.
What's up with your AFC
That's
bias?
that is some
AFC
bias.
I will be
Yeah, but
honest.
it's coming back.
Okay, let me just put it in perspective here. We're talking about Broncos, who were just hyped all year long. As soon as you put them
Ah.
up against a good defense in the Super Bowl
Oh,
last
you mean
year,
the one they
Ah,
took to
come on.
overtime in their own house?
That's not the same team
That-
as last year. That's not
there's
the same
no
team.
defense in the AFC. It's getting a little bit better.
Broncos defense is probably 5 times better than it was last
Yes.
They're
year.
playing AFC teams.
No, come on.
They beat the Cardinals. They took
They're
the,
better
they
team
took the
than the
Seahawks to overtime,
Yeah, they did.
and they play your. We'll
That,
bring up
that
later.
Cardinals win is a little bit. That has to have an asterisk.
Right? Yeah,
next
I
to
mean,
it.
yeah, no, it
What
didn't
was
have
his name?
Carson
Logan
Palmer.
Thomas.
Yeah.
I don't think that counts.
I'm saying-
one for 80 yards.
I'm
and a
saying
touchdown.
offensively they scored on that defense. That's what I'm saying.
No, that's fair. I don't think that defense is that good. Only because they're missing a lot of fucking guys. Some of their
Right.
biggest playmakers. Yeah, I think Cardinals are kind of smoke and mirrors team right now. If you look
Right.
at
I
them,
agree.
they shouldn't be. I mean, I could be wrong. I'd love to be wrong. I don't hate the Cardinals at all. I think they're a cool, scrappy team. I like it. They're kind of underdogs this year. I would love to see them keep winning. I just don't think they can. I don't see how they possibly can.
All right, let's get to our guest of the hour here. Let's talk about your Niners here, Levon. A lot of injuries, man.
A lot of injuries.
Injuries and absences.
Yeah.
We all
Absinthe is.
shut up.
Well, yeah, I know what he's saying. Alden Smith.
Alden
Not
Smith
an
is
injury.
gone. McDonald is he
He's not
playing?
Gone. He's not gone yet. Yeah.
Not gone yet, but
Not gone yet.
okay.
They're stalling that one. as
Let me-
much as they
Patrick
can.
Willis.
Yeah, let me go down.
Patrick Willis.
Let me go
He's
on
hurt
this
now.
the injuries for this week. Mike,
Body.
yeah, everybody's out. You said Willis is going to be out this game,
He is.
right? Who else is out?
Oh, I mean, just the people that are
Right.
been
Yeah.
out. Bowman.
Smith.
Bowman's out. Smith,
I think that Brock might be back, but
right? Well, all that said, let me tell you this. I don't know if you know this or not. All these injuries and all these absences, they're second defense in the league. Do you know
I
that?
know.
Yeah.
Believe me.
They're top 5 in pass and run.
I've been saying depth.
Yeah.
Depth.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's
So-
really
and
impressive.
all
So-
credit to the defense coordinator for sure.
Right. So they're hanging in there, buddy.
Well, and also
what do
the
you think?
GM for having depth.
Yeah,
You can't take that away from the
Yeah,
GM.
definitely.
What do you think? But they're hanging in there with their backups.
They
They're
are.
4 and 2.
I mean, this was the same last year. I think a lot of people discredited our defense too early and they forgot about Alden Smith being out a lot of last year too.
Right.
I mean, Scuda has come in, and he came in last year and really kind of filled that role for Alden Smith. They don't put as much pressure on the quarterback as they normally do, but still the run defense is definitely still there.
Yeah, there's obviously still a good defense, which is really shocking. I don't think any other team could withstand that kind of injuries and that kind. I mean, and still be performing at a high level. That's very impressive.
So when Bo and All Done come back, you think they're gonna just put it on people?
Oh yeah.
When they get back to game speed,
I think it's going to be more pressure on the quarterback.
Yeah.
Right.
We're not. I mean, I'm biased, but I'm just saying, like, looking at it, it's definitely not as much pressure on the quarterback as there should be. Except for last week. But last week, I mean, that's just the Rams are terrible.
Yeah, they're really, really terrible.
We watched Red Zone here on Sundays, and they just every time they show the Niners game, I just see that old man running. That old man running. The truth.
Old man running.
I love this guy, man.
I love him.
I love him too.
I don't understand it.
How is
we are the Cowboys from last year. Okay, we got a guy. He's averaging 5+ yards per carry. Yet we don't go to him.
He's
old?
But he's doing it.
But
still.
I agree.
Every year.
I agree.
I know.
I agree.
I know he is. How's he doing that?
Hyde-
And why aren't you using him more?
Hyde's exciting. Okay, because he runs like Gore. But Gore is a patient running back who waits and somehow comes positive yardage every single time. And I don't understand. Like, we need to keep going to that until he's hurt.
Well, and makes like big plays sometimes. For a guy that age, when he gets the opportunity to really turn on the Jets, he's gone.
Oh yeah,
He's still, for a big guy and an old guy, he's still fast as fuck.
definitely.
And as far as Hyde, like, I get he's supposedly the future. He hasn't been that good since week 1. If you look at his stats, he has not been impressive.
I agree.
He's been less impressive than Gore.
Yeah,
So
I
I
agree.
understand you want to see what the new guy can do, but at a certain point, I think you got to give Gore more.
No, definitely.
I also have him on my fantasy team, so I'm biased.
All right, well, let's talk about this division you guys live in here.
Yeah.
What do you think your chances are here, buddy? Well, especially when you get healthy, are you gonna take down the Cardinals, who are looking down upon you and the Seahawks right now? They're looking down on you.
And the Rams.
I mean, I think, like Ben said, the Cardinals are just smoking mirrors right now. It's really like I don't even right now. I know it's maybe I maybe shouldn't be doing this, but I'm not even paying attention to the Cardinals right now.
Oh,
I'm not.
I don't
I
know.
look at the Seahawks still, and even with Percy Harvin gone, I still look at the
Yeah.
Seahawks. I don't care about the Cardinals.
no fear from the Cardinals, do
No
you?
fear.
I think the Cardinals have a chance of getting a wild card spot. I don't think they have any chance of winning that division.
Yeah, we're talking about Carson Palmer.
Yeah. I don't think he's terrible.
Carson's Palmer.
All right. So, well, I mean, what do you think your chances are? You think you'll take down the Seahawks then, since you don't look up to the Cardinals?
I mean, we go 1-1 with the Seahawks, and then it's all about the playoffs.
Yeah. Who do you think wins
Yeah,
that
but
division?
where are you playing, Levi or CenturyLink in January?
Right now, I mean, it's looking pretty good. You know, Dallas takes them down. What? The Chargers take them?
Oh yeah, you have the common opponent there.
Yeah, but you guys have to play. Oh, yeah, you guys beat. I blocked that first week out of Dallas.
Yeah, exactly. We beat Dallas.
Jesus.
We smashed.
Well, we're not going to talk about that. It's old news.
I know that was a different Dallas team.
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah. What a
It was.
weird, yeah,
That
very
was before
different.
they realized, hey, we need to.
So-
get it off
Well,
the-
yeah, we could talk more about that.
So you're basically counting on that split and then stealing another game from somewhere else to get the division.
we can beat them 1-on-1, and I think we could take them in at
Yeah.
Levi's for sure.
that you split with them,
Especially if we
and
take the blueprint from Dallas. what
Well, what's
Dallas did.
what's the record right now?
4-2,
4-2 versus
3-2,
3-2 versus 4-2.
3-2 versus 4-2.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah. I think Niners could do it. I think Seattle's going to really come back. I kind of think this Percy Harvin trade is almost them saying, you know what, fuck this. Let's do what we did last year. Let's keep it on the ground. Let's let Russell Wilson make plays. We don't need Percy Harvin. So I kind of think Seattle's going to bounce back hard after this last game.
Yeah, without Golden Tate. Yeah, I agree.
No, I definitely don't disagree that you have every reason to think they're not gonna be a good team, or at least a great team.
They're gonna be.
But I kind of think they're gonna bounce back. I kind of think, I think it's gonna be Niners and Seahawks to the end, and I think that's how it should be. It's the best rivalry in sports.
Let's get to the meat of this show here.
We like meat.
The real reason I brought you here, Levon, to
God.
talk about Sunday night football. Your Niners take on my Peyton Mannings.
Your Peyton
My
Mannings.
my Denver Papa John Peyton Manning Oranges Omahas.
Omaha.
Now, a lot of us just don't know we're in a pick 'em.
We are in a pick.
So we choose the games and we got things going on there. You're gonna pick San Francisco?
I have to pick San Francisco.
Okay, why? Other than why you're a Niners fan, why are you picking San Francisco in Denver?
We're a little hurt on defense.
You're a lot of hurt on defense. Your best player's not playing.
Okay. What was the score of that Super Bowl last
I don't know. I didn't watch that second half.
Right. So even if we were the second best team, would we have still won that game?
Yeah, but that was then.
I
And this
don't-
is now.
I
You
don't
had
know.
Bowman in that game.
Bowman and Willis.
We did have Bowman, but we also didn't have Stevie Johnson, Brandon Lloyd. We didn't have the
Denver didn't have DeMarcus Ware,
Yeah.
DJ Ward, and Akeem Talib.
All right.
I think if it was played in San Francisco, I would still pick Broncos to win it, but I think it would be a lot closer.
Okay,
We're about to have a fist fight in here.
Listen, I'm gonna say this right now, and Waylon's gonna hate me for this.
Oh shit! Here we go. This is what I said by the meat. We're getting to the meat of this.
But it wouldn't. I would not be shocked if the Niners lost this one. I mean, listen, Willis is out.
That was your big
I like-
reveal.
No, but he's not wrong. That's enough to piss off
Waylon
Waylon.
is gonna piss this.
What?
I would not be shocked. And it's okay.
Waylon just closed the window with this podcast. No, fuck it. No, listen to this shit. That's a bullshit, man.
Exactly. But I would not be shocked if we lost this one, and that's okay. I mean, we're talking
Yeah.
about the Broncos. I'm not discounting the Broncos.
Well, but it
They're
is a
fucking amazing.
thing. It is a thing as far as talking about Niners versus Seahawks to win that division. Seahawks beat them,
That's true.
so that does hurt you. It does hurt a little bit. It's a swing.
Cowboys beat the Seahawks.
Yeah.
We beat the Cowboys.
Yeah, that
But-
kind of evens it out.
Yeah, definitely. But it's the thing is, it's like if we had Bowman, if we had Smith,
Yeah,
if we had Willis, if we had Potty,
yeah, it's a different game.
it's a totally different game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
who's-
still think Broncos would be favored, but it would be tight.
Who's
It would
covering?
definitely be tight.
Who's covering? Who's gonna be covering Julius?
No one can cover Julius Thomas.
Who's go-
It's so
who's-
easy, man.
Normally Willis would cover him, and they do well. They do well against the tight end.
Okay.
It's gonna be rough.
We do need to talk about Julius Thomas at some point. Not necessarily tonight, but at some
Bowman,
point.
that he's a little overrated.
And it doesn't over. I mean, like in what way? Talent wise, maybe.
I'm just saying, Dallas Clark was the shit when he played with Peyton.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
he
not
was.
saying just about Julius Thomas as a player, but he's on pace for 26, I think, touchdowns. And because if you don't cover him in the red zone, Demaryius Thomas is going to score on you. So what are you going to do? You can't triple team Julius Thomas in the red zone.
I don't know, man.
Julius Thomas
Again, that's the hard.
The hard hitting
Thomas.
analysis you
Julius
get on
Thomas.
Gettin Blitzed. I hope our listeners are as drunk as we are.
Levon, good luck to you.
Hey, you too, man.
Yeah, I'm not saying this is not a give me game, man.
No, it's not at all.
Niners,
It's a
Niners are legit.
Give me game, not a give me game.
You fuck yourself. Well, just fuck yourself. Thanks everybody for listening. This is from me and Ben and my favorite Niners fan, Levon Parker.
Oh, Waylon just turned it off again. He's even more pissed now.
Shit.
Chad's here. My girlfriend Leah's here. There's April and her cleavage is here. Thank you for listening to Gettin Blitzed. Ball so hard.
Gettin Blitzed.